Hello again, guys. This is Saeed Raza. Today we are going to learn about walls in Revit. Walls are the primary components in Revit architecture. A wall is a component that every learner would like to know more and more about. In this video, we'll go through some basic wall components. So let's get started. Firstly, what I think you need to know is about levels. What are levels? Levels are horizontal datums in our project that we use to control vertical heights of the elements like walls and staircases and etc etc. When you open your Revit project, you're welcomed by the plan view, which is this, like the top view. What I suggest you to go to any elevation. It could be east, it could be north, it could be south, it could be west. What I usually take is east. Uh, Secondly, what you do is to manage the project units. I usually personally work on meters, which I'm pretty sure some people work on feet and inches. I work on meters and centimeters. Uh, so you go into project units and then select length. When you select length, it's going to give you a drop-down menu. When you go to drop-down menu, you can select decimal feet, feet and fractional inches, decimal inches. Here we go. Here's meters and millimeters. So what I'm going to select, I'm going to select the last of it, which is meters and centimeters. And then press OK, and then OK again. So as you can see, it's showing me that level 1 is 0. Let's say this is the ground level, and this is level 2, which has a height of 4 meters. So this is a vertical distance, which is height. What I can do, I can select the 4. I can hover over the 4 and double click it. It goes to edit mode. So as you can see here, it shows me that this is 4 meters in height. So distance from this line and this line is 4 meters. I can keep it, let's say, 2.5 meters. When I press enter, this line is going to come down. Usually the height of ceiling is around 3 meters for residential and commercial buildings. Not for the private rooms though, your living room and kitchen and stuff, but usually it's like 3 meters. So let's say I'm going to keep it 3 meters. Here we go. So my level 1 is 0. If this is the earth level, the ground level. This is going to be the height for my second level. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another level. Why? Because I want to keep my building, let's say, 2 stories. So here we go. I'm going to go to level and add another level. Usually I start from left, but it doesn't honestly really matter. So I'm going to click here and then drag it all the way to the point where they all meet. I'm going to click again and it locks it. So what I do, I'm going to press escape twice. 1, 2. And then press the level bar again. And then it shows me that the height from level 0, this is level 1, sorry about that, from 0 until here, the vertical height is 6.4 meters. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select the 6.4. As we can see, there's a square around the rectangle shape around it. When I try to select it, I'm going to click twice on it, and it goes to edit mode. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to erase everything, and then press 6. Here we go, 6, and then press enter. So now my height is equal 0, 3, and 6. Level 1, level 2, level 3, respectively. And then I'm going to go to level 1 again. When I go to level 1 again, it shows me the plan view. I'm going to be using this word plan again and again. Plan means the top view, like a bird eye view. A bird eye view is actually a different view, but let's say it's like a bird eye view. Then when I'm going to go to my architecture tab, there's an option which shows wall. What I suggest you always click here and then press wall architecture. When you select wall architecture, the Revit program is going to give you a bunch of options. What wall you want to select. Is it an exterior wall, interior wall, partition wall? For now, what we are going to do, we are going to select the generic 200 millimeter thickness wall. So when I select it, I can see so many options here. First of all, this option that says click to enter wall start point. I can select anywhere I want in between these 4 elevation markers. So here we go. I selected and it shows me that it's a vertical wall. And if I drag it all the way to this line, it shows me that it's a horizontal wall. Here we go. This is our first wall, which is 200 millimeter thick, which is 0.2 meters. I can also go diagonal. When I try to go diagonal, it shows me the angles. What angle? Like for example, let's say if I want to make my wall 6 meters, 45 degrees adjacent to my first wall. So I'm click again, and then I can click again horizontally, which is let's say 10 meters. Here we go. One thing we notice that the chain of wall is going on and on and on and on. I can turn off the chain. Here we go. Here it says chain turned off. When I click the wall again vertically, let's say another 12 meters, it's going to stop the chain. This is like a suggestion. What I suggest everyone working on Revit to go to 3D mode again and again and again and again and see what's going on. Here's the 3D mode. It's like a tiny house symbol which shows me the 3D. Here we go. So this is the wall that we just created. In 3D we can see it like this. Mention that these are the levels that we created. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Now you would know that why I was telling about levels and walls. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my elevations. East, north, south or west. Let's say if I select this wall and the boundary of the wall turns blue color. I'm going to select this by clicking once and it turns blue. I can either adjust the height by these arrows going up and down. Let's say if I make it until here, or if I want to make the wall touch level 2 from level 1 from level 0 to level 1. I can go to my elevation. Let's go to north. As you can see that this is the wall that we just adjusted. I select the wall, and to the left we have properties panel. This property panel shows me that what's going on with the wall. The base constraint is level 1 and top constraint is unconnected. If I want to connect it to level 2, simply just click where it says unconnected and then drop down menu and select level 2. Here we go. It's on the line. I just want to show you some funny thing. For example, if I select the wall again and I go to top constraint, if I select level 1, it shows me an error. It says the top of the wall is lower than the base of the wall. So, which means that the top of the wall has to be higher than the base of the wall. This is just an experiment. So, if I want all my walls to be on level 3 here, so I'm going to select all of them. Let's go to 3D again. I'm going to select all of them. Once I select the first wall, if I select the second wall, I would select the second wall only. If I select the third wall, I would select the third wall only. What if I want to select all of them? So what I do, I keep on pressing Control and then click the second wall, the third wall, and the fourth wall. It turns blue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the top constraints, and then select level 3, let's say. They all go to level 3. If I go to my elevation, north elevation, they are all selected. If I want to see it clearly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and select shaded, or I can go consistent colors, or I can do wireframe, or let's say if I do realistic, it's going to go to realistic. Let's see in 3D, realistic. Here we go. Shows us a little bit of a realistic look of the wall, which seems like it's made of concrete. So this is the wall, introduction of wall. I'm going to dive into a little bit more details. Let me delete these walls. Go back to hidden line. I'm going to delete all of them. I'll go back to my plan, level 1 plan, which is top view. I'm going to go to select the wall again, architecture, basic wall. Again, it shows me click to enter wall start point. I'm going to start my wall from here, and I type the number, the length of the wall, let's say 20, and it shows me 20 meters. And the chain here is turned off. I can turn it on. And I'm going to select the wall again, and then make another chain again and again and again and again and again. It's going to start creating walls over and over again wherever you select. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete all of them. Make sure that you select the walls only, not the elevation markers, not these markers. These markers, these are elevation markers. Don't delete them. So select the wall and press delete button, or you can delete all of them. I'm going to go back to the wall just to make it more clear. Here Revit gives me a bunch of other options. What kind of wall do I want? Is it a straight wall? Is it a curved wall? Is it a pentagon, hexagon, circular wall, or rectangular wall? So the second option I'm going to select, for example, is the rectangular wall. So I select a rectangle. I click on anywhere I would like within this like boundary, which are the elevation markers. I select any point, let's say here, and then I'm going to drag it all the way down. Revit shows me that the length of these walls is 24 meters and the other one is 12. If I want to drag it down, it turns 13, and then 14, 15, 16, 17, whatever you want. So for now, I'm going to select 14 and 7. I go to my 3D view. Here we go. That's the box I made. I'm going to close all these. Okay, I'm going to delete it and then make another wall. Let's say this time I want to make circular walls. Here's my circular wall. I know the video is getting a little bit longer, but this is the best I could explain. So I select any point and it goes circular. One interesting thing that I want to tell you, that Revit shows you the radius of the circular wall, but this is not actually a circle. I tell you why. When you make the wall and you hover your mouse over it, it shows you the arc. Like this is semicircle, one semicircle. To explain it further, I'm going to go to 3D and then show you that if I select the wall, it does not select the full round, it selects the semicircle. Here we go. And I can adjust the height of the semicircle wall. As I mentioned earlier, you can go to the top constraint on the properties panel. It says unconnected. Connected to level 2, and then the base level would be level 1. Here we go. This is our wall. Let's see it in shaded form. Here we go. This is our wall. And if I want to connect this semicircular wall, the base would be, let's say, level 1, and the top constraint would be, it says unconnected. You can click on it and you can go to level 3. Here we go. So this wall, the one which has turned blue, the base is on level 1 and top is on level 2. This wall, the base is on level 1, top is on level 3. This is what I want you guys to know, how walls behave in Revit. Next video, I'm going to make how to play around with the wall, how to give it texture, how how to go from one point to another point. One more thing I just gonna mention real quick about the walls. I'm gonna go back to my level 1, go to my wall architecture, and then select this arc. This arc makes like wavy walls. I'll show you how. You select any point, and then you select the second point, and then you can go circular like this. For example, if I want to make a wall which looks like this, and the second one would look like this, and the third one would be like this. And obviously the chain is on, so it's gonna keep on going on and on and on. If I go to my 3D, see, this is the wall I just created. I think this is enough for today. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.